Hello and welcome to another video. I'm back today, finally, with the Abominable Book Club August edition. This has been a long time coming. Generally they come kind of like a lot earlier in the month than this, but this one was quite late. And I was kind of like in a second wave of shipping as well, so a load of people got their boxes last week. I've just got mine this week. I have opened it. I have not had a look inside. And that is what is inside. So with this particular one, every third box contains an item from, well, they described it as a UK horror author who was very big in like the pulp horror paperback scene of the 70s and 80s, kind of like a cult figure. The only one that pops into my head is like Guy N. Smith, in terms of like British authors that were kind of like big in that scene. Potentially Sean Hudson, but Guy N. Smith is where my mind goes on that. But if I'm not one of the 1 in 3 that get this additional item in this pack, then I'm probably not going to know anyway. So it may end up being a moot point. But yeah, we're going to open this up, have a look. So we are going to start with the bookmark. We always get a bookmark with a short story on the back. And if my camera is playing nice today, we'll be able to focus on that. And you will be able to read if you would like to pause. There we go. Pause that if you would like to read that. So let's have a look at the books. So we've got one hardback and one paperback. We'll start with the paperback, which comes with a little bit of damage already on the bottom. So let's fix that. Okay, so Graham Masterton. Hold on, there is something stuck to the back of that. We'll look at that in a second. Graham Masterton. I have a few Graham Masterton books. This is one that I've not heard of. I'm assuming it is a new one. Basilisk, that is called. Yeah, I'm assuming this is more recent. It actually came out in 2009, but this particular edition this year. So that's your back, and I'm going to read that out. Whatever you do, don't look up. Nathan Underhill is right at the cutting edge of stem cell research, attempting to recreate mythological creatures in order to cure medical conditions like Alzheimer's and MS. After 5 years of research, he loses his funding, but Nathan suspects that somebody else has succeeded in breeding mythical hybrids. He discovers that Dr. Zauber, owner of the local care home, has brought to life the basilisk, which could reputedly kill any living thing with a single stare. When Nathan's wife, Grace, is put into a coma after nearly being killed, Nathan is forced to choose: lose Grace forever, or enter into an unholy alliance with Zauber to breed more mythological beasts at the cost of many more human lives. That actually sounds really interesting. Yeah, that like I said, that I've got quite a bit of Graham Masterton already. And yeah, that is a cool new addition to my collection, one that I didn't have. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's have a look at you. Crypt of the Moon Spider. Love that title. Nathan Bolingrud. And that's just quotes and stuff on the back. So I'm assuming the blurb will be, yes, there. We'll read that out. Years ago, in a cave beneath the dense forests and streams on the surface of the moon, a gargantuan spider once lived. Its silk granted its first worshippers immense faculties of power and awe. It's now 1923 and Veronica Brinkley is touching down on the moon for her intake at the Barrowfield Home for Treatment of the Melancholy. Dr. Barrington Cull's invasive and highly successful treatments have been lauded by many, and they're so simple. All it takes is a little spider silk in the amygdala, maybe a strand or two in the prefrontal cortex, and perhaps an inch in the hippocampus for near evisceration of those troublesome thoughts and ideas. But trouble lurks in many a mind at this facility, and although the spider's been dead for years, its denizens are not. Someone or something is up to no good, and Veronica just might be the cause. That definitely sounds very different, kind of like an alternate history thing where we're on the moon in the 20s, and there are spiders there. So, yeah, definitely sounds interesting. Let's have a look into the dust jacket, see if there is any kind of like interesting designs. No, it is literally just blank with the title there. So yeah, definitely two very interesting sounding books. This one's pretty short as well. This is only, what, just over 100 pages. Might put that next on my reading list, actually. That does definitely sound interesting. So we have a signed book plate for one of them, and that will be Nathan Bolingrud, author of Crypt of the Moon Spider there. Okay, so we have another thing. What is this other thing? I don't know. There is like that isn't Graham Masterton. I don't think. It might be. Maybe. I mean, what is the publisher of this one? Oh, it matches up. Head of Zeus and Head of Zeus. The same symbol on that, so I guess that is Graham Masterton. Doesn't really look like it, but I'm guessing that is what that is. Okay, so we are on to the second-hand book, which is the only thing left in here. This is a paperback, so let's see if it's one that I have or not. And it is one that I have. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Weird that I mentioned like Sean Hudson a little while ago, and I've got one of his books here, but this is one I do have and in better condition as well. I'll read you the blurb anyway. Oh god, it's a long one. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to let you pause and read it. It's not going to focus, is it? Ah, fine. Okay. Everyone will be famous for 15 minutes, said Andy Warhol, and some people will go to any lengths to achieve this. Whether to be revered or reviled, the lure of fame is overpowering for those without it. When 5-year-old Becky goes missing in a crowded shopping centre, it seems her mother's worst nightmare has come true. But Hayley Gibson's nightmares are only just beginning. After the child is recovered by Adam Walker, Hayley finds her gratitude to him turning to something warmer. With her marriage close to ruins, she is even tempted to begin an affair with this attractive stranger. Besides, Hayley wants revenge against her husband and his mistress, revenge that could be contrived with the help of a willing accomplice, and Walker seems entranced by her, only too happy to please. But what if he has his own agenda? Then, as she wisely tries to end their budding relationship, Haley begins to wonder if Walker could be responsible for various acts of minor vandalism committed against her home and family, or is someone else seeking revenge, someone else she has not yet encountered. When petty harassment turns to open violence, Haley finds herself caught in a spiraling vortex of suffering and death, and the truth, when it comes, will be shattering, forcing her to make the most horrendous decision of her life. That was a mouthful. But yeah, that is, I've not read it, but that is one that I do actually have, which is unfortunate. But at least we did get to interesting sounding books there. I am clearly not the one in three that got the additional item there, so I will have to like look at other people's videos and see what that actually was. Maybe it was something interesting, maybe it wasn't, but it's not something I got either way. So that is it for this video. Hopefully next month's will not be so late in the month, but you know, who knows with these things. So yeah, that is it. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.